Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Phillip Archer?
Good morning.
What's up, Connor Farley?
Hello.
Okay, so, Connor, explain to me, there was an article that came out from the Daily Mail, which might be bollocks. You need to explain that to me.
Is this the one that said the ratings had dived?
Yeah, explain that to me, because you know better than anybody.
Well, it is bullshit.
Okay.
The ratings are actually higher
Okay.
than in the Tennant era.
Really?
Damn.
They're actually higher, and there is one reason why. They are measuring the ratings differently.
Okay.
The ratings are now inclusive of when you watch it on your phone, when you watch it on your tablet, when you watch it on your laptop. So over here we have BBC iPlayer, which is the main show, which is the main place. It's like the BBC Netflix.
Right.
It's been, people have been asking for this for 10 years, Philip.
Roughly that, yeah.
Yeah, this sort of system. It's called the Barb system. It's called 4 screens. So your laptop, your TV, phone, tablet. So naturally, you will get higher ratings than you would previously have got over the last 10 years.
Okay.
Would it be interesting then to remove the extra add-on and see how the ratings would have been?
Philip, you're very muffled or quiet.
Okay, I thought it was just me.
No.
Yes, Philip, I actually agree, and that is something that I did think that I would like to see them do. I would like to see them almost revert back to the old rating system to see the comparison between the two systems. The ratings of any TV show from now on in the UK is going to be vastly better because they've finally implemented a rating system that is reflective of the current
times
of how people watch TV.
I think they're doing this to also try to make Jodie Whittaker look better than she is.
There could be a certain degree of truth to that, yeah. But I think that it's just that they've perfected the system of getting them 4 screens, the ratings involved, and being able to consolidate them and everything over 7 days. And it's a lot better. It's a lot better way of judging a TV series these days than just taking the overnight ratings and then running with that, which is what they did for Capaldi's era, pretty much. And that's what I think led to a perception that his era was rubbish.
Right.
So no, actually, the ratings have got better, and it's only because they've implemented a better system to judge them ratings.
Okay, that's a great explanation. Thank you for explaining it. Now I'm going to ask you, despite the ratings, what is Connor Farley's opinion of all the episodes we've seen? We've been at the halfway point already.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion of the 5 episodes we've seen and where we're going?
Woman Who Fell to Earth, Ghost Monument, and Rosa, I liked. I wasn't that sure about Ghost Monument. Arachnids in the UK was okay, but it was a dip in quality. Saranga Conundrum, absolute shit. I've never, ever, ever, ever seen a worse episode since probably Love and Monsters. Or Fear Her. I'm not that. If that is Doctor Who, then I'm Jesus. I'm Jesus, because I'm not. I'm sorry, but I just could not. I can't stand that episode.
That's your Love and Monsters of the Jodie Whittaker era.
Yeah, that is my Love and Monsters of the last 3 Doctors.
Wow.
It's piss.
Damn.
it's red hot fire piss in snow.
Um,
You really feel?
well,
It's horrible.
what did you rate it, if you mind me asking?
I rated it on as you know, I'm on the Omega Files. I rated it a 2.
Wow.
Now, for context, that is the lowest rated episode I've ever given since I joined the podcast community.
This is the worst episode of Doctor Who, period, of all time you hate.
Not of all time.
New Who.
But,
What did you give Love and Monsters?
about a 2.
Both 2. Okay.
It's kind of like I think Love and Monsters, Fear Her, and Saranga Conundrum are the 3 worst episodes.
Okay, so Love and Monsters from Russell T Davies era.
Yep.
Fear Her from
Which was the episode right after Love and Monsters, and then Saranga Conundrum, which took 10 years almost more to top. Fucking it's shit. I'm sorry, but
listen, hey, we don't pull punches here. We don't.
I was originally going to give it a 1.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
But Jodie finally showed some
balls.
Yeah, semblance of some balls.
Okay, so thank you for. I didn't know what your real opinion was of that episode. That's good to know. Now, let me ask you another question about that episode. Is there something in that episode that you don't like that will be brought up later on, or is it a throwaway line that the physician saying or thinking that something is wrong with the doctor, and her in questioning him that he's lying, that he's not telling her? Is that just a throwaway thing because of the sonic bomb, or is it something to do with the regeneration energy? Is she dying? Is she sick because of the excessive use of regeneration? What's going on, or nothing going on?
I'm not quite. I don't think that I could say for certain yet. I think there might be something to it. There might not be. I think that the thing that we should focus on as the series arc at the moment is the things that were put in place in the Ghost Monument, so the Timeless Child, the Stenza invasion or whatever of these planets, and the way that they treat other alien races.
Okay.
And the fact that there's something that she doesn't know, she doesn't remember. So there's something that's blocked.
Yeah, I think that's the main story arc.
Yeah.
This episode, there was a few little, you said that they couldn't, but I just think that this was just put together at the last minute, to be honest.
Right. Yeah. Just on the fly, right?
Yeah, because in fact, Love and Monsters was put together because Stephen Fry had wrote an episode that was too expensive to make, so they ditched that for something that RTD had to put together in a week.
Wow.
That was cost effective, that could be done in that time, and wouldn't inflate the budget too much. And I feel like that was the case here. And honestly, the Pting is Absorbaloff level. It's got to be. I couldn't stop laughing because it was piss. I don't know who came up with it.
But they have a writer's room. Wouldn't that not happen?
I don't know what possessed them to do that. I think that and
probably wrote a creature, and somebody watched Lilo and Stitch and figured, the creature should look cute, so we can put it out for kids. And bam, there's your.
One comparison I made that people actually agreed with was that it's Hitchhikers in Guide to the Galaxy meets a Pixar film.
Ooh.
I mean, it was like Galaxy Quest creature, Men in Black creature, Lilo and Stitch creature. We've seen this before. And now they did their own take on something towards the effect. And it's kind of funny that the Doctor never encountered this creature. But, see, here's the thing. Do you feel that there's any of these episodes are memorable?
Rosa.
Okay.
Rosa will be remembered for a long time. Actually, Rosa did one thing that I think no episode in ever has ever been able to do, and it's changed my perception of how Doctor Who can be used to inform an audience of how, because they went in there with their balls in the air, using words like negro, they just the general treatment of black people in that time period in that way.
Yes.
That was taking a risk, and it paid off. And if that's what Doctor Who can do, then that would change how I wish the show to be, because then at least I can be reassured that they can take a risk. That is what I hope that this week's episode does as well. I think that this week's episode and Rosa, maybe the Witches one, will be the three best of the series. And they're all historicals, which kind of says something.
We might fall into a trap, whereas we're expecting Demons of Punjab to stand up against Rosa, and it fails. And that's what
I think what Rosa has already done, which is actually quite astonishing, it's produced a benchmark for Doctor Who to come, Doctor Who future. You know how everyone used to say, "Oh, I wish it would be as good as 11th Hour. I wish it would be good as Vincent and the Doctor." They're all now saying, "I wish it could be as good as Rosa."
I don't know if they're all saying that, because I know there's people that didn't like the episode. But
it's a great. It's the best received episode in years.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
So you're expecting this episode that's coming out to be something you like.
Yeah.
So you're going in there with high expectations.
Yeah, because I don't expect what we had.
See, I'm going into this episode with low expectations. You're going into it high. I just want to see how that comes out. If you agree with the way it is and I agree, or our situation is reversed, where I like it and you hate it. I don't know. But I'm just looking at this and I'm like, okay, I don't know. And even the week after, the retail store of the universe, I'm going into it with very low expectations. Now,
I've got to say, the title of that, I've never heard anything like it.
What? The Demons of Punjab?
No. Kablam.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, it sounds stupid. But there is something weirdly intriguing about that idea.
Making it purposely sound like that, but it'd probably be the best episode, you're thinking?
Like Amazon in space, the sort of thing. There's something intriguing about it that if they pull it off, I think it could actually be a lot of fun.
Okay. Now, what about this special? What is it, first of all? It's not a Christmas special, right?
Because they're not.
That seems to be the question of the moment. Are we going to get a Christmas special? We're going to get a New Year special?
It's November, and we have no idea. And this is starting to really, I don't know about anybody else of our member of our group, but I'm starting to get really pissed off because it's like November 11th. And I don't like this new trend of, like, we're not getting what we need, trailers. We're not getting, like, info. We should know what the damn Christmas special is, like, a month away. Like, this is, like, a little ridiculous. And they've lied in the past, saying that there is. I mean, didn't Chibnall flat out say, oh, yeah, there's an extra episode Christmas special? It's not, though.
He didn't say Christmas special. He said
Exactly,
that there's
that's
an
the
extra
point.
episode.
That's the point. He hasn't really given it a title. He just says it's a special.
It's a special because Doctor Who's not going to be ready.
Well, hang on. He didn't even call it a special. He called it an extra episode.
But Phil, okay. But here's the thing: doesn't the season officially wrap with 10?
Yes.
Officially,
But then
yes.
this is not series 11.
That's a good question. Actually.
No.
So this, okay, if this is not series 11, and if this is not series 12, then this is a special.
Yes.
Well, the thing is that in the past, the specials have, so production code wise, for example.
Well, what about David Tennant's example? David Tennant had a year of specials. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what that is.
No.
No, I mean, it's a special, and it's just a special.
Right, production code wise, the Christmas Invasion, for example, was 2.x. So it was
season 2.
It was season 2, but it was on its own.
Yeah.
It will be in probably the series 12 box set. If there's a gap, yeah.
Okay.
It will be in the series 11 one.
So let me ask you a question. So this could technically not be a special. Could that technically be the first episode of series 12 or no?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So this will be series 12, episode 1, and then we'll wait.
Yeah.
Episode 0, and then you go into episode
There's no
1.
episode 0.
It's episode 0, effectively.
0?
Yeah, episode 0.
Because of zero interest.
Christmas Invasion was considered the episode for David Tennant, the first episode of the season, or no? It was considered
and it was 2.x, so it was
because it was the first. Okay, here's the thing: Christmas Invasion was technically the first ever Christmas special, but it was David Tennant's opener, so it's not technically. It counts as both episode 1 and a Christmas special, right? It was the first appearance of his Doctor after.
I guess that this is completely a subjective sort of matter where, like, to some people it'll be episode 1, to others it'll be a standalone sort of special.
Yeah.
Right.
I think.
I mean, I don't mean to make things more complicated than they are.
No, but that's exactly what I think. I think that you could have one opinion of it, I could have another. I don't think there's any way to ever really.
You have to also remember where they're going to place Jodie's Christmas special. If they place it on New Year's Day, then that would technically be the start of season 12, episode X. If they put it on Christmas Day, then it's season 11, episode X.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Trying to separate them.
Well, actually, either way, it would be 12x.
Well, let me go back to the thing. Technically, as canon, Christmas Invasion is a Christmas special, right? And New Earth is number 1. Okay, so that's what started the whole Christmas thing. They're all specials. Now we're in a situation where we don't got a Christmas special. We don't know what it is, but it's a special. Now, my question is, because this came up in comments, okay? I heard from sources that the special is going to have a cliffhanger that's going to be the whole thing for Series 12. That's going to be, oh my God, and now, boom, Series 12. That's what we're going to get. Or that's going to be the quest, or that's going to be whatever. Now, somebody in the comments, which I'm going to go into my comments for a second, because I love when people comment, but I have to clarify some things, because there's one thing about speculating, and there's one thing about what we're getting from sources, which is considered rumor. So I do want to talk about that. We got, let's see who the person was. I think it was David Blythe that said, David Blythe said something about Let's see. How do you know the New Year's special will have a cliffhanger? You don't. You're just making that up and using it as leverage to attack the decision to place an episode in 2019. You're right in that the large audience they've gained for the series will be lost or diminished in 2020. They captured lightning in a bottle with the audience figures, and they're letting it go to a thunder. Okay, first of all, one, I said from the sources that we got. This is, if Matrix Lawyer is going to make a speculation or a theory, I'm going to say it's my theory or speculation. This is not my theory. This is not my speculation. This was information we got through unnamed sources that there's something that's going to happen in the special that is going to lead to whatever Series 12 is. Now, I speculated that I believe she may be sick because they mentioned it in the conundrum, whatever, and that will be a play for Series 12, that maybe she needs to be cured, maybe they need to go throughout the universe looking for a cure like the Sisterhood of Karn or something, but more complex, where she's going to be bumping into every villain she's faced to try to cure herself. I speculated that is what it is. Now, of course, it's just a rumor. We don't know if there's a cliffhanger. So I just want to clarify that.
Hang on. Let's remember tomorrow's episode or today's episode for me, right? That would tell you whether she's still carried on with the illness thing.
Correct.
So once we watch it, if we don't see any sign of that, then it's bunkum.
It's bollocks, or it's a throwaway line, or it's something that we just will never pick up again. Or maybe the guy was confused. Maybe he saw two hearts. Maybe I don't know. But then again, he's seen every alien there is. Here's the thing: it's in the 67th century.
So they should have encountered races
way past
TARDIS,
right.
Than Gallifreyans who got too
They
far.
always had stuck with the 51st century, 52nd century river and everything, and Captain Jack. This is way past that. So I'm pretty sure they've encountered Time Lords before by then. But,
I mean, if we're going to talk about speculation, there is one consensus, speculative consensus, that the finale, episode 10, will end with a almost post-credit sequence involving Daleks.
Right. Now, I've said this before even the season aired, that I heard from sources that the Daleks appear in the finale. So you're saying you heard this as well?
I'm not saying I heard it. I said that it's a speculative consensus that if there was to be a Dalek involvement in the series, it would probably be a post-credits sequence of sorts in the finale.
Okay. Because what I got from the sources was that they're all led because everything came easy, I guess, this season, that, that they didn't really see a huge thing like the Daleks, and then their false sense of security is shattered when the Daleks show up and there's a possible invasion or possibly people going to be dying left and right. And then it's like, now it's time to get serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome home, Doctor, to your new form. Now we're ready for you. It's like, oh, crap. That's what I heard originally, a long time ago, way even before August. It was a while. I don't know if it was before August, but it was a while. Real long time. We've been talking about this for ages, about the Daleks showing up in the finale. So this special has to do with the finale, right? Like, in other words, the Daleks would appear in the special.
You have to have a sort of breadcrumb for that, though. Because otherwise,
in other words, the special is not the continuation of the finale. It's a prequel to that?
It depends. It depends what happens in the finale, whether it dovetails into the Christmas or the special itself. If it doesn't, then it's a standalone, separate story on its own.
Yeah,
right.
I would say that would be the case.
So the special is not going to do anything to do with the finale. It's just going to be on its own.
We don't know that yet. We don't know that for sure.
What was the thing people were saying? There was explosions. There was things. That was just. Where did you get that from, Philip? What didn't you hear something about explosions?
That was about the special. what's to be expected? Kind of the Siberian
Yeah,
thing.
it's based in the Siberian winter. It's got battles. It's got explosions. Bradley Walsh wasn't at Comic-Con because he was filming it. And something else.
Do you think, what if they did something like this? What if somebody had captured the Doctor and her companions, and they do a sort of reboot of the Five Doctors, but without the Five Doctors, where they have all the villains battling on this planet, like chess pieces and everything, and they throw like the Daleks at the Doctor and the Cybermen at the Doctor, and how you deal with this. So in other words, Five Doctors without the Doctors, but the same concept, just the Doctor fighting all these different things.
If that was going to be a thing, there's no way they could really conceal that.
If it was in a studio, of course they could.
Yeah, but there's always going to be someone that's going to say, do you know what, I just see the scene where there's Daleks doing this and that with Jodie. That sort of thing would leak out.
Would it with Chibnall, though? Because doesn't he beat people with a stick if they, no, I don't know what happens. But, people are not really getting away with anything with Chibnall.
True.
So, I mean, there must be he must have something going on where nobody can say anything.
The fact that we don't know really much about episodes 9 and 10. Is it 9 and 10 or just 10?
9 and 10.
9 and 10. Here's the thing. 10 is probably Chibnall, right?
Yeah, logically.
Okay. And 9 is probably a new writer. Because we're not going to have a two-parter, obviously. So
let's clarify. How many writers have we got left?
We only had one writer, and that was a Rosa episode.
Now we got Binjay Patel today. Then we got what's the other woman's name? Joy
Wilkinson.
Yeah.
I've got 2 reviews of Demons of the Punjab that are
Let's go.
Go on.
One of them just read a review on Twitter, no spoilers, and the guy said it was the best episode to date. Love the cinematography, the writing, and the highlights with Jodie Bradley. And he said Yaz actually has stuff to do.
Wow.
Now this reviewer likes Chris's showrunner, but doesn't like his
Just run.
Hold on, wait, repeat that, Connor. What?
Now this reviewer likes Chris as a showrunner, but doesn't like his standalones. Also says that this is not as feel good as Rosa in the end. I can't wait for the previews. Look absolutely for the new heroes never look. Blah blah blah. And then one of them said that that he'd watch it and it was the best to date.
Really? Wow.
But wasn't there negative reviews? Because I heard there was negative reviews. There was stuff on Doctor Who TV UK.
Yeah, Doctor Who TV gave it a kind, not a bad review, but it was kind of like in the middle.
Yeah, they gave it a kind of meh review.
But they've been doing it with all of them. They've not really given anything an outstanding.
Really? They don't like anything? Wow. All right, that's weird.
They kind of like Saranga Conundrum, which I don't understand. So I guess their opinion is like bullshit.
Saran wrap Conundrum.
That's just all right. I don't even know how to say it.
All right, so how many writers are there this season? 5?
5.
So the episode is episode 3, Rosa.
Yeah.
Episode 6, Punjab. Episode 7.
Episode 9.
Episode 8. And episode 9. So that's basically explain. What?
So Mallory Blackman and Chris Chibnall wrote 3. Vinay Patel has written this week's.
Yeah.
Next week is Pete Mateague. The week after that is Joy Wilkinson, and the week after that is Ed Heim, and then it's Chris Chibnall again.
Now, does Chibnall help them writing it or no?
No, I read something today that Binjay's one is his own work. No interference from Chibnall at all. I assume that's going to be the same for the rest of them as well.
Vinay's, Joy's, Pete's, and Ed's are all their own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The only person that he's co-wrote something with is Mallory Blackman, which makes no fucking sense because she's the most acclaimed of all the writers.
Exactly.
To get his name next to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Zoom, for extending
Yeah, I thought I saw
Unlimited.
something like that.
We got a Christmas present early because we were running past 40 minutes, and they said, "Here's a gift."
Yes.
So thank you, Zoom, because we intend to use it.
Yes.
Okay, so now the ultimate test is gonna be how we enjoy Doctor Who without Chibnall writing it, and we will have that test in a few hours. Well, tomorrow. Oh well, it is beyond tomorrow now. It's the day of
Today.
But whatever. We in a matter of 10 hours or whatever it's going to be, we will start to see how Doctor Who shapes without Chibnall writing it, which is what I've been dying to see, right, Scott?
Yes.
I'm talking an episode written without any effing credit from Chibnall on the goddamn
and
fucking
watch it
time.
be stupendous.
I wonder if they'll keep the template of how the Doctor is, or will they change it up for their own particular style of writing her? That's what I'm interested in.
No, there's I think when it comes to characters, there's always kind of like a constant. I've never really seen an exaggerated like difference in the Doctor between the showrunner and another writer.
Okay.
I got to tell you, I'm going to bring up the merchandise. Yeah. Best Buy. Went to Best Buy. They have a whole, like, little end cap or side cap, whatever you want to call it. And they have all the Doctor Who. They had Tom Baker 1, you know. Then they had the Series 1. So what they did was they coupled Series 1, Chris Eccleston, with all David Tennant's episodes together. Now, in the past, I had to pay anywhere between $100 or $99 or $89 for a whole complete set of Doctor Who on DVD, right? Or now it's Blu-ray, whatever. But anyway, you get to what I'm talking about, DVD, right? And now, in 2018, you can buy Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, Series 4, and the specials all together for $34.99.
Yeah.
With new art and everything. You could also get Matt Smith's whole thing for $34.99 and Capaldi's whole thing for $34.99.
Cool.
So now I actually think that is a bargain. Obviously, it's great, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, which I have it, but I'm also concerned at the same time because it used to be way more expensive and now it's not. Now,
well, actually, if you accumulate that, so it's 3 lots of $34.99, it comes to a little more expensive than the $100 that you would originally have to pay.
Right, you would pay $200. It was no.
Well, how much would you have to pay previously?
$100 each. It was like. So it was like Series 100, Series 200, Series 300, Series 400, Series 5. Now you're paying
34.
2 doctors, $34.99.
Wait, $100? Are we talking about one series or a complete collection?
One series.
You had
in the past. Okay, in the past, like back in the day when it came out, right? So Series 1, say they're up to Series 2 and Series 1 is for sale, right? They were charging anywhere between $99.99, which is like $100, or like $89.99, which is $90. So $90 or $100 for just Christopher Eccleston's one series.
That is absolutely extortionate.
Yes, there is. But here's the thing. I paid for it because there's no other way when the time came, right? Mm-hmm. So I did that with every box set, okay? And it sucked, okay? Because it was so you're talking, in order for me to buy all that, $100, $200, $300, $400, about $500 for that. And now you're selling all of that $500 deal for $34.99.
Ooh,
so now I'm looking at this and I'm like, my one hand as a fan and the bargain, and I'm like, oh, that's great. I have it already then, okay? But then as a YouTuber, podcaster, we do all these things. I'm concerned because is it this cheap because it's declining in America? Because, see, that's the thing I'm trying to talk about. Now, that's just the DVD aspect of it, right?
So,
Go ahead.
say you buy a series of Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. Do they also cost 100?
No. Here's the thing. Doctor Who was always very expensive. Because, okay, like the Doctor Who magazine, right?
Mhm.
Doctor Who magazine, we purposely get it a month late. And I don't buy it anymore because with current technology, I'm able to see the whole issue on here, on the internet, right? And by the time I would have to wait for the delayed month, it would be outdated to me because we do casts and we talk about it on here, right? So they charge $13.99 for the Doctor Who magazine, right? Or $12.99, which no other magazine that we have here is that expensive. Now, this is because of shipping overseas, blah, 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 whatever. But that has also, I've started to see in places that people are not buying it. Could be because they're buying the digital copy or whatever. But it's starting to be where some places are not carrying it anymore because of the expense. Now, this was also, I told Scott that time, they made them $1 each. And I bought the bag, was like 30 different Doctor Who, like things I bought. In other retail stores, the merchandise for Jodie Whittaker now, they were all psyched. I talked to different managers. They were excited about it. They couldn't wait to carry it. Now that it's been a couple of weeks, I went back and I asked them. They give me this, type of look. I look on the rack. The shirts are full, okay? There's an Oh Brilliant shirt. There's a Jodie Whittaker shirt. There's a pink version of it. There's the coat. There's like necklaces. There's this, and it's full. And I asked, must sold out. No, that's what you seen. So they're not selling. And what I got was that stuff's probably going to be clearance in a couple of weeks. Now, is this because they didn't have a wide range variety of merchandise that they limited it to just stuff for females? Or does it have to do with the series in general? I have to pose to you, Connor. What I'm trying to say is it not selling because they're not giving us anything from the season to do, let's say, T-shirts or action figures or whatever?
I honestly think that the simple explanation for what's happened to you is that you've just been really badly ripped off.
No. Ripped off. No, what I'm talking about is I'm not talking about buying. I'm talking about the merchandise now, not the DVDs. I'm talking about like the shirts, the figures. I can't get ripped off if I'm not buying it. But what I'm saying is I'm asking them, is it selling? And they're saying no. Now, is it because they're overpriced, you think?
Yeah. Well, if you're
charging... So it has nothing to do with the merchandise itself. It's just overpriced.
Well, the merchandise is crap. But I think
they're right there.
If you're having to pay $100 for...
Well, no, I was talking about the DVDs. And now we're going on to T-shirts. I didn't say that the T-shirts were overpriced. But
even still, the DVDs like that can set a kind of a standard for pricing. If you're having to pay $100 for a DVD box set of a British BBC series, then I wouldn't put it past them to put T-shirts and figures and all of these things that you're referring to at a much higher price as well.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't think that the T-shirts and all this other stuff is expensive. My question is not the price of that stuff. My question with that is that there's not enough merchandise or variety. See, the price of the T-shirts, they look like they're normal prices. They charge for the sonic screwdriver $29.99.
Yeah, that's what I paid for.
So I don't think that's bad at all because I seen it when it first came out. It was like $50 on Amazon and whatever. So it looks like it's a bargain. I mean, I bought sonic screwdrivers for $40. I mean, expensive. I mean, so the T-shirts don't look that bad either, like price-wise.
I think the best way I could answer this is, in America, what's the minimum wage?
minimum wage is going up in New York in December to $15 an hour.
Ah, right. There we go. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I can answer it now. In the UK, we only pay. I'm going to go back to the DVD box sets because it's the only thing that I really pay attention to. We pay about 30, 40 quid, Philip?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
What is that in American dollars?
That's about 60 something. No.
About 60 something, yeah.
Okay.
It's because in America, you're earning more than us. Minimum.
So
Okay.
they're expecting that you can pay more
for
this merchandise.
For items and merchandise. Yeah, that's about right.
But the thing that we just talked about was that they dropped the price of Doctor Who box sets.
I know what you're saying. What you're trying to allude to is the fact that the interest in Doctor Who merchandise is waning over in America, and that's why you're not getting much merchandise as of now.
I just don't think there's been much merchandise for the series anyway.
That's what I'm talking about. There's not enough. Now, here's another thing. When Tom Baker's first season Blu-ray and all that stuff came out, right? It was really high priced here, really high priced. And then what happened was there was a mistake that they had to recall all the Tom Bakers out of every single friggin' place that carried it, right? And it really pissed off everybody, where now that it's there, it's like half the price of that. I guess it's the redone version of Tom Baker's first season. So instead of it being like $65 or $70, it's $34.99.
And is this the recent one that came out?
Yeah, it is. It is. What they did though, all they did is that they shipped out the mended discs that were faulty.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. If you have people going to Barnes & Noble, or you have people going to Best Buy, people going to all these different things, right? And they're buying this like crazy. And then they don't know that, oh, we got a new DVD for you to replace. People are going to return all that. And then the company is going to have to take a stance because they're not going to be locating thousands and thousands of people that bought the DVD to give them a new copy. So they're going to just accept a return from everybody. And then you're lucky if people come back and buy it, again. You know,
but because the error is only on one disc or two discs, it doesn't really pay well to send that whole thing. If they gave you directives to say,
here's the thing we're talking about, right? Now it's $34.99 now, but when it came, this is Amazon, right?
Yeah.
But when it came out, it was way more than that, way more. Okay?
It was. Yeah.
So now, who did the company lose money shipping out? How many copies of DVDs to replace the one? I mean, you're opening up the thing. You know what I'm talking about? That was a real look. They tried to get it out before it was ready. They screwed up big time, right? So now people are hesitant to go to that again. So that's why they dropped the price, because the interest is down, right? So that's just that one instance. With the other DVDs, maybe it's because they've been out a while. Maybe because it's years old now instead of it being fresh. The demand is, everything goes cheaper, right? I'm just wondering, is it that, or is it that the interest is dropping? Or because it's cheaper than ever now, the DVDs and Blu-rays for Doctor Who. But in the past, it wasn't.
I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're getting at. It's just a matter of those DVDs, the Tenants and the thing. I consider them as classics now. They're not really what you call
right. They're not fresh. They're not like the hottest thing. Like it just came out because now it's 10 years later or 7 years later or whatever, right?
So they will get that price.
Right.
They will be lower now.
Yeah, that's also that is another thing as well. Like age depreciates the price of things because
That's right.
That's just the way it is.
Right.
And you could actually say that the Jodie run is not igniting people's interest in them to a small extent. I'm not going to blame it all on the new season, but if that's what if that's what's happening over there.
See, I'm glad that companies are standing behind Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
Like here, and this is what I want to talk about. Hot topic, Doctor Who, right? The way they're promoting it is wrong because they're promoting it female doctor, only female, only female, only female. Oh, they just saw one guy that has nothing to do with like the 11th Doctor, but they're promoting it mostly female, where, you know, this is all you see when you go in there. So why would I, you know, and then, okay, yeah, that's nice. We got a logo for a hoodie, which I don't think this stuff is expensive, but like, you know, most of the stuff is geared for female, which I think is the problem because guys want to buy Doctor Who, but there's nothing for them to buy really.
And like I said in the past, it will be the girlfriends and the wives who will decide whether to buy this stuff.
Right.
And if there's nothing to buy for their husbands and boyfriends, they're not going to buy it.
Well, here's the thing. I asked them also. I said, okay, if it's geared for females mostly, like 90% of it, how is it selling for females? And they're saying not good. So now that's the point, that females are not buying it. So it's just, could we just chalk this up as,
bad,
you know, Doctor Who gets a pass, let's see what they do next season because they really didn't prepare merchandise, you think, Connor? Or is that a safe assessment?
Yeah, I would say so.
Just to give it a pass and let's see what happens next year, right, with the merchandise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's safe to say because when Series 1 of Doctor Who came out, it's not like they, you know, because here it wasn't, I mean, I watched it, but people weren't really catching on until after here. You know, and I mean, dying to, you know, people know what it was.
Yeah.
But, all right, so that's the merchandise aspect of it. Also, the problem I'm having now is that some people are just not carrying it, period, anymore. Which I used to be able to get Titans, like tons of places. And now I can't find them. And I don't even see the new sets either, because there are new sets coming out, even though it has nothing to do with, like, there will be a Jodie Whittaker Titan, but they have a set like the Master Collection, there's stuff coming out, right? I can't find them anywhere. Now, that's alarming because where the hell are we going to get this online, probably? But
unless they're keeping that back to the Christmas rush, and then you get all the Christmas stuff with Jodie, and that's it.
I'm gonna give it 2 weeks. Because stuff comes out November, December, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to find this Titan set. That's the Master Collection. You know, like the Deadly Assassin Master, and there's like all them mixed in with, you know. So I'm gonna see if that's available, and also the price dropped too, because when they first came out, they were $9.99, and then popularity they rose to $12.99. Now they went back down to $9.99, and now they're not even around half the time. So I'm wondering if it's going to stay $9.99 or if it's going to go up or whatever. But that's I'm curious about. So that's the merchandise aspect of it. Now, what about this thing that we're hearing that people are saying, "Oh no, everything is wrong. Doctor Who will be back, Series 12, definitely in 2019, but a shorter filming schedule because a shorter amount of episodes than."
They couldn't do any less than 10 because it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. It would have to.
So you're saying, beyond the shadow of a doubt, 100%, that there is no way possible that Series 12 will be under 10 episodes.
Exactly.
Definitively.
They wouldn't do that.
From you in the UK, you're saying this. Never happened for Series 12.
I think they'll stick with 10 episodes per season.
They're not going to do an Orville. And they're going to say, well, we gave you one episode in 2019, which is technically Series 12, so we're going to have 9 episodes.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No way.
If they start changing the structure like that, then it'll mess around with various little things, actually.
Okay. What about you, Scott? What do you think? Could they cut the episode count again?
Yeah, I could see them doing that in a New York minute, and once again, making the series maybe
8?
I'm going to say, between maybe 8 or 5 episodes, but at the same time doing
5
the
is
whole
dangerous.
Yeah,
5 is dangerous. That's like
but
special.
still doing the whole. Oh, but we extended the running time to like 90 minutes for
See,
each.
here's the thing. If you're gonna, first of all, Sherlock, I always counted it, even though there's 3 episodes, as 6 because it's an hour and a half. So it's basically that's like it really was like 6 episodes.
I could see them doing that. Either
and that's what you could tell with Mop and how
giving us a 90-minute episode. Going, see, we gave you an hour.
There's no way they're gonna make Doctor Who episodes an hour and a half, like Sherlock. No way.
No, there isn't.
There's no way.
No.
So Connor, you don't think that just to get it out, they won't cut the episode count?
Yeah, I don't think they'll cut the episode count, but I do think that they need to go beyond the 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think you can tell a story like Doctor Who anymore in 50 minutes. It needs to be like 90 minutes.
I agree. It's getting ridiculous now. Yeah.
That's why I think if they go
commercials are just ridiculous.
If they go the hour and a half, then they're going to cut the show count to 5 or 8 episodes.
So you guys call them adverts, right? But they're called commercials here, and they destroy. I mean,
God, yes.
If the thing is an hour and a half, it'll be 3 hours.
And they always cut. They always seem to cut maybe 3.
Well, the first viewing, they don't cut it.
Yeah, but nonetheless, with commercials, they generally cut the episode down. Like they'll take maybe
5 minutes,
2 or 3 minutes out, so they get.
The second showing, they always cut it 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes. Yeah.
Ooh. So you're missing out on scenes. Is that what you're saying?
They cut shit. Yeah.
That's why I go to my special site to watch it.
That's why I always watch it first. Yeah. That sucks.
Oh, well, okay. So you don't get a really clear run of what.
The perfect example of that is that they cut the Doctor, Witch in a Wardrobe. He says goodbye to, the woman, and then they just show him hugging Amy Pond, and it ends. Like Christmas time. Like, they just hug. Like, it's like, wow, you just cut that whole effing dialogue with the tear in the eye, all that shit. It's just like, they ruined it, And also, the Rachnos one, they cut. Donna Noble said you could stop now. Like, they didn't have that at all in the second show.
When the place was all blown up and everything, yeah.
You could stop now, and yeah. So, all right. So, Series 12, 10 episodes.
Yeah.
You think, Connor, they could do it in 2019? Yeah. October? Again,
yeah.
Yeah, I do actually, yeah.
Okay. And they start filming in January, right?
Are they not starting? They're in pre-production now, aren't they?
Yeah, but I heard in January.
To be honest, I have absolutely no idea when filming starts. I think it's either November, so this month, end of this month maybe, or January, yeah.
Now, didn't Chibnall say they were waiting for the ratings to come in? That's like he was waiting till they have to wait?
Yeah, he sort of said that, yeah.
Like in other words, they wouldn't just jump into it because they're a little hesitant. They're waiting, right?
Yeah, but I guess every TV show's like that in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, when does episode 10 air?
Mid-December. I can't remember the exact date.
It's like 2 weeks before Christmas?
Yeah, I think it's like 10th of December or something.
So,
you're right. It's about the 10th of the... Hang on, let's have a look at this.
So, odds are, did they definitively say that the special is on New Year's Day?
No, but they're not giving it a title of any kind of. I think it's going to be New Year's Day myself because.
Why won't they release it in April?
I don't know.
Connor?
I don't know, to be honest.
Okay. If there's a chance that Doctor Who is going to get delayed, and if it's not related to Christmas and not related to New Year's, but it's a special, wouldn't you just space it out a little bit? You just seen Doctor Who December 10th or 11th. Let's put it out February. Let's put it out March or April. And then if it doesn't start in December, let's just do it. I mean, wouldn't you just put it out in April, like a little later?
Yeah, I guess.
That's a possibility because, like I said, we don't really know where they want to put that extra one.
Even like put it as an Easter special or something.
Right.
Yeah, that will work.
Right. I mean, they did release the 11th Hour was in April. So, like when they started that season. So, like, you could put that one special out in April. Like, my thing is this. If you have your season already and you're done December 10th, and this is not a Christmas special, right? Then you don't put it anywhere near Christmas. You don't even put it New Year's because you're going to confuse the shit out of your audience. So, if you're a little worried that Doctor Who is not going to make it, right? My speculation is you would put it out in April. You wouldn't wait till the summer. That's way too long. But April, I would say. March or April. You pop it out there, and then you could say, well, Doctor Who started like 6 months after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you didn't really have that much time to wait, right?
September.
May, June, July, August, September, October. October, yeah. 6 months later. April, 6 months later, October, and there you go. And so Doctor Who will be back in 6 months. That would be a marketing thing. And this is me speculating, not me saying that's what they're going to do. Commenters. Okay. Speculating. If it happens, I'm right. If it doesn't, I'm wrong. But speculating. Okay.
But it still brings me back to the Radio Times listing where it's got Doctor Who 1 of 11. And when I looked at it, I was so confused. I was like, okay, why are they doing 1 to 11? 1 of 11. And it's like, because normally a Christmas one would be a separate market.
Yeah, I know.
It wouldn't be that listing kind of thing like that.
Right.
So it's kind of, it's really weird.
And they filmed that episode in July, right?
Yeah, if what we're saying.
That's when they wrapped in when? July or August? When did they wrap? August? I forgot, Connor. When did they wrap?
About July.
July, yeah. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. We know how each season they like to do things differently. They like to stir it up, just like whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're judging Series 11 as Series 1, right? Okay? So that's the way I'm judging it, really. Series 11 to Christopher Eccleston. I'm like judging it like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
With the exception that we had some, good stuff with Series 1, like Dalek episode, like whatever. But would Series 12 be reminiscent of like Series 2?
That depends on what he's got to offer on the table for Series 12. Is he going to use classic, bring in the old favourites just to boost Jodie a bit more?
Well, here's the thing. If the Daleks appear in the finale, everything he said is bullshit. It's out the window. Not even remember.
Well, it's already bullshit because he said her season wasn't going to be a series arc. So,
but I'm saying with the thing with the monsters is bullshit completely.
But then again, it brings me to the question: is that Stenza thing a real thing or not? Because we're led to believe that they're going to make a return. I don't think that's the case anymore now. I think that was just.
I would show the Stenza thinking they're superior, and then in the finale, they get their asses handed to them by the Daleks, showing how much they really fucking suck. And this is what happens when the Daleks turn their eye away from the ball. But then when they get focused, they're like, oh, who are these pieces of shit? And then they're out, okay? So this is what's going to happen. I think, speculating that the Daleks are going to step in. What are you doing on our turf? Get the F out of here. And it's going to be over. It's going to be a damn genocide massacre. The only person that's going to be left is Tim Shaw and nobody from his race. And it's going to be a goddamn fucking joke. Like how fast they take out the Stenza. Like immediately. Like I'm talking like fast. And then you're going to have a problem on your hands because they're going to get a little antsy and they're going to go after Earth. And then the Doctor's going to have to deal with that. So that's my speculation.
Okay. Well, because of the way they're doing the interpersonal parts of the companions, I'm thinking they're relying more on that than the big...
The Stenza are scrubs compared to the Daleks. Let's face it. They're not like anything special compared to the Daleks.
No.
They're not. They're really not.
We haven't really seen what they can
The
actually
guy
do.
knocked the Stenza off the friggin' bridge. I mean, this is like, come on. This is stupid. They need like little devices and shit. Dalek kicked their ass in seconds. It's ridiculous. But, anybody returning? Series 12.
No idea.
Okay, we know he had lunch with
whom?
Matt Lucas, and we only know he had lunch with Miss Bill Potts there. And Matt Lucas did say he's not done with Doctor Who. So, what's the odds that they appear in an episode?
You're jumping the gun there, I think. I don't.
You think so? They did have lunch. Was lunch just lunch, or was lunch Doctor Who lunch?
Lunch was just lunch, I think, personally.
Okay, Olivia Colman, they had lunch. When does she appear?
She might be in
the finale. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe she was.
She's definitely going to appear. Like,
maybe they had lunch.
Like I'm saying in general, not Series 11, but
yeah,
she wants it all. She said she wants to be the biggest. So who's the biggest female villain? Connor, who's the biggest female villain? She wants to be the biggest female villain. Who's she going to be?
Don't know.
I mean, you're talking a Missy regenerating another Missy, or you're talking like the Ron, or you're talking like Madame Quaverian, or you're talking like, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, big. Who's big? The biggest.
Could be completely new creation. Completely new.
Minister of War? Female?
I don't know.
That was supposed to be a huge character. You remember?
But who played that? Who pitched that for her season? Was that a Moffat season that they wanted to pitch?
That was Under the Lake Before the Flood. They were talking about in the future the Doctor battles the Minister of War. With unit, the whole thing, big villain, big threat.
We've seen nothing of that. Not even a tiny iota of that.
I know, nothing.
So that's another thing that's a throwaway thing then. Right.
Now, they asked Jodie Whittaker and a couple of people, they said they want to face the Weeping Angels, like flat out. How much of a possibility is that at some point in
time? Have we not already seen how far we can use the Weeping Angels?
But here's the thing, like, you know how like the Doctor or like somebody would say they want to fight somebody and then it's up to the showrunner to say yes or no, and most of the time they say no.
So you're saying
Jimbo bends because he's friends with Jodie Whittaker and be like, oh yeah, okay.
He could do.
And who was the mystery writer that had this big friggin' episode planned with the Weeping Angels that they never did yet? It was supposed to be a thing that somebody was supposed to be given the rights to do an episode with the Weeping Angels, and Moffat gave the okay, and it was going to be incredible. Was that Chibnall?
Oh, the one where we go to the Weeping Angels homeworld.
Something. I don't know about homeworld. There was supposed to be an episode done that was not by Moffat. That Moffat said okay.
Oh, that was. I remember reading something about that. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was.
Connie sleeping or no?
Connor, you there?
Yeah, he's out. Shit. We lost him, man. We knocked him out. He's late. I'm sorry, Connor. Damn it. I hate when I make people go to sleep. Sucks. It hurts my ego that I don't have an ego now. I bore you to sleep. All right. Oh, it is late. I'm sorry, Phillip and Connor. Damn. I know Scott's like, I want to get the out of here because I got shit to do. This is the longest fucking cast I've ever had. No, I'm sorry. All right. I hear you. It is too long. So we're getting out of here now.
That's what she said.
Okay.
We'll come back tomorrow to discuss today.
There's always. I know my girlfriend hates when I sing that from the Rudolph and all that, and they sing like the Misfit Toys. It's always tomorrow. All right. Yeah.
We'll see what Punjab has got to offer us.
We will see what happens. A little off in Andy's Punjab with Dean in the bottle and whatever. We'll talk about that.
I'm going to wear a special turban just to honor the episode. I shouldn't say that. But
No.
I asked one request, Phillip.
Oh, no.
Because I'm probably not going to be able to. I'm at work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I just want you to send me a one-word review of the episode.
I'm very critical of Dr. Pepper.
I just want a one word. If it sucks, I want you to say sucks.
Okay.
If it was good, say good. If it was great, say great. Don't say shit. Just send me a text.
One word.
No emojis either. We fucking that went out with Capaldi's era. No emojis. I want just a fucking word. One word.
Okay. I promise you that. I'll give it my best critic in one word.
And also, tomorrow is a Rick Grimeless Walking Dead, which
I get home at 7.
I don't know.
Ish. So I'm gonna have my Doctor Who food with me. But I'll watch my site and
Supergirl tomorrow too.
And Supergirl too. Yep. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we will be back tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye bye.